Hi, and welcome to this episode of Little Sprout Speech TV. Grab your pen and paper because today we are talking about how to teach your child the ABCs. You know, letter names, letter sounds, all that fun stuff, right? And why is this an important topic to me? Well, the research has shown for quite some time now, this research dates back 20, 30, 40 years at this point, that knowing this information, they call it like pre-literacy, knowing the letters and the sounds they make, is actually a determining factor for how easy or hard it will be for your child to read once they get to like second, third grade. So for our kiddos that we know sometimes have a tough time learning certain concepts, it's my belief that we should give them that one up and start working on it early so that it's just something that's constantly in the background. It doesn't need to always be a formal goal that we set for them, but something that we're working on in a fun way to help them learn these concepts. So I'm going to give you 3 tips today, so get that pen and paper ready. Tip number 1 is to use music. All right, so when I say use music, I'm talking about not just singing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but I'm talking about things like, I'm going to share 2 songs with you that I absolutely love that I use in therapy and that works really well, okay? These are big tips. The song that I like, I'd say probably the best for learning the letters and then pairing them with their sounds is a song called Alphardy. I know it sounds silly, by Dr. Jean. And if you Google it, you'll pull it right on up. If you go to her website, Dr. Jean's website, you can even download the book that matches the song and flip through the pages. So that's always fun. Of course, because I use this book with so many of the kiddos I work with, I can't find it at the moment, but I wanted to make this video anyways. So I'm just showing you a different book that I have. And this one's Action Alphabet. So this is a fun one once your kids know the alphabet to maybe go back and work on action words that match with it. So A is for add, and this would obviously be for a kiddo in elementary school. But the fun part is they can, take the pieces on and off, put the pieces on, take them off. B is for bounce, and you can even have it over here and they can match it and put it on top. Bounce, ba, ba, ba. So this is just one visual to show you. It's kind of similar to Dr. Jean's. When I use Dr. Jean's, I don't have the Velcro aspect to it, but her song kind of goes something like A for apple, a. B for ball, ba, 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 C for, so you get the idea, right? And so every letter has a sound and a word that goes with it. Another song I love is, I get so excited about this stuff, is by The Letter Factory. So if you Google Letter Factory, you should be able to pull up their song, and what I'll actually do is link the Alphardy and the Letter Factory songs below, so you have quick, easy access to these songs, because I love them so much. And this one is fun because it says, every letter makes a sound. A says, ah. B says, ba, and you can do this with your child. Leave that sound out and see if they'll fill it in when they start to get to know the song. So it becomes fun. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to use apps, right? Let's make this super fun. Apps or games that maybe not be on the iPad. So let me show you what I mean. For example, I have here some glow in the dark letters. In pink and blue, and you could hide these around your house and turn off the lights and go on a letter search. And then, after you find the letters, talk about the letters that you found and, what sound does that letter make? And, and so really highlighting these important concepts in a really fun way. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing you could do, and I actually got these at a secondhand kids store in my area, so really great place to look for letter activities. I found this really cute 36-piece cookie cutter set for ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. But the fun part is that all the letters are in here. We're in here, and you can make cookies and in the shape of letters. You can roll out Play-Doh and make them in the shape of letters. You can roll the Play-Doh into a snake and make the shape of the letter yourself. These are some activities that I do on a regular basis with some of my kiddos, and they're so much fun. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Then, of course, there are the magnets, the letter magnets that a lot of people have. Another thing to just stick on your fridge so your kiddo can access those letters whenever they want them. And one other thing I found at Michael's at a craft store was that they had these fabulous letters in a little sticky pad shape of paper. And they had, I'll show you the whole bag because they had, you know, all the letters in the alphabet. And that's just another fun thing. I think it was maybe in an area where you could make, you know, poster activities. And so it was like you could use these on posters, but why not use it with your child while they're learning their ABCs? So those were some fun ideas. Now, there are some apps that I absolutely love. And these apps, one of them, if your child is old enough and likes to show Super Y is fabulous for, you know, letters and letter sounds and in the Super Y app. The other one I'm looking here to remind myself is called, if you can see that, I don't know if there was a glare, it's called Letter Games. And this one's super cute because it has, it asks your child to find a specific letter, and when they touch it, the, you know, construction vehicle comes in and pushes it over and it goes into a pile of letters, and at the end they pop all the letters. So very interactive and fun. That's the point here, is we want your child to have fun while doing this. And last but not least, I thought I would share something if you want more of a program, because I know that sometimes as a parent it's just easier to find a program you can buy and follow the steps and implement it. I recently found a program that I have fallen in love with that works faster and better than any other program I have seen when it comes to learning how to read and learning your letters and letter sounds and everything. And that program is called Lively Letters. I get nothing out of sharing this information with you. So I want you to know from deep down inside, you know, bottom of my heart, this is the best program you could use. And why do I say that? I saw everything that they did was based on research. It can actually work hand in hand with any other literacy program. So if your child's school is doing a different one, it's okay to work on this at home. They will work together. And the one thing that I really loved that I realized was that they teach lowercase letters first, because that's what we see in print most often is lowercase, not uppercase. And I went, huh, interesting concept, right? But it's true. And then they attach it to the letter sound, and then they go back and teach those uppercase letters. And I was like, my mind was like, wow, this is so cool. So it was actually developed by a speech pathologist and her sister, who has a background in special education, special needs. And so they really have done a phenomenal job with this program, and it's used all over the United States of America, actually, in various different school systems, and they're constantly going and training people. So really cool people, really cool program. So let's review how we're going to work on teaching letters. Tip number 1, use music. Music is that right brain activity that will get things moving in different ways if they've had trouble learning the alphabet or letters up to this point. Tip number 2, you play fun games, use apps to work on letters. And tip number 3, if you're looking for a program, I highly recommend you try Lively Letters. All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this today. I look forward to talking to you same time next week. This is Hallie Balkin signing off.